fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with Joyce here in Las Vegas. Welcome to, I guess, my new hometown.
Yeah, and welcome to Salas Boxing Academy.
Yeah. I've never been here before. I don't know how I've never been here before.
Yeah, no, it's new time for everything. Did you go to the gym opposite or before? I had to, guide Michelle to the right location.
Yeah.
She was wandering around outside loitering, so.
Shut up. I walked in and I was like, this doesn't look right. It's like a bunch of kids.
Yeah, and I rescued you and showed you the way. Yeah.
Well, anyways, how have you been? I haven't spoken to you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, normally it's on the other side of the pond. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the last show. Oh, it's probably that one outside or something. Was it or?
Well, I saw you there, but the last time we did an interview was when we were talking about the potential of you possibly fighting Usyk.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago, yeah. Mm-hmm. So plenty to catch up.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, let's get straight to it, yeah? The recent news is that Bob Arum had said, threw out your name alongside Dillian Whyte as a potential next opponent for Tyson Fury. Obviously, as you know, Dillian Whyte's kind of going through, got to figure out whether or not he's going to have to still face Otto Wallin next or not because of, pulling out due to the injury. What did you make of your name sort of being thrown in the hat? Was that something that you were already kind of familiar with?
No, it's really good. It's really great to be mentioned to potentially fighting Tyson Fury alongside Dillian Whyte, because as you know, Dillian Whyte has had a long route to even get his a title shot, yeah. And he's almost here, but I've pushed up to that level now, so it's exciting times. It's going to be some big this year's going to be, next year is going to be some really big fights for me.
After that sort of came out in the news, did anyone in your team contact you and sort of internally you guys discuss that?
Yeah, they put in the group chat, and that's how you find out information these days. Yeah. So it seems.
So let's talk a bit about the possibility. I mean, that's a huge fight for you, a big fight.
Yeah, it's massive, and we'll just have to see how it goes, because originally I was going to face Usyk, but then how boxing changes, so you never know. But I've got a good team, and SJAM will guide me right, and also Frank Warren.
Mm-hmm. Another name that I heard mentioned, correct me if I'm wrong, was Luis Ortiz. Is that true?
Yeah, it's a potential fight. He's a great fighter. He's been around the block, and be a good name, be a good scalp. Meanwhile, while I wait for my shot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's talk about Tyson. Somebody that you respect, somebody you've sparred in the past. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the possibility. It's exciting.
Yeah, it'd be one hell of a fight, I can tell you that, because we've done plenty of rounds sparring, and it's always been very competitive. So yeah, it's one of them hard fights though. 50-50 is the top of his game. So look forward to it.
So I haven't spoken to you about it, but I know that one of my correspondents did. But let's talk a bit about his performance against Deontay Wilder. Were you surprised, not surprised? Like, what was your reaction to it all?
To what, sorry?
To Tyson Fury's performance against Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, it went as how I expected it, to be honest, because I thought, Wilder would have come with something different, because he'd been training with Malik Scott, so he was working on like body shots and different. I think he's improving. He's improving, but then you can't, improve your skills. You can only improve your skills so much when already Tyson Fury's skills are up here. So it went how I thought it would go. But although I said round 8, but it was round 10. Mm-hmm. So I might have lost a bit of money on the betting.
You put money on it?
If I'd put money on that round, yeah.
If you did. Yeah. Obviously, the talk initially going into all of this was, like we were talking about, Alexander Usyk. Mm-hmm. Were you surprised at the outcome against Anthony Joshua? Because nobody that I spoke to, nobody thought that Alexander Usyk was going to win.
Yeah, me included. I thought AJ would do the business, being the bigger, more powerful boxer. I thought he'd made it like untidy, messed him up, and like because he's got good range, and I was thinking maybe he'd might land a big shot and take him out. But then at the same time, I know what skills Usyk's got, and I've seen him particularly in the WSB when there was like a catch weight between the heavyweights and the super heavyweights. They made a catch weight, and he was just quite comfortably beating all the guys at like super heavyweight. So I knew that he'd make it hard, but like because I was watching that the Chisora, how messy that fight was with Chisora, and it was a very close fight. I thought that maybe Joshua being taller and more powerful punch, and also I think probably quicker than Chisora, especially now. So yeah, I thought he would have won, but I didn't have, it's a 50-50 fight. So I think Usyk, I thought he could outbox him for the 12 rounds and perhaps get the decision. I couldn't see him like stopping him, but it obviously went 12 rounds, and it went to Usyk. So pretty much how I would have thought how I thought it would go if he won.
Did you see the recent interview that Joshua did with IFL?
Yeah, I saw that one with Cougs.
Yeah, Cougs.
Yeah.
What did you sort of make of AJ's, of the things that he said? Because I know people have mixed emotions about it, because it seems as though like he's kind of going into it with the mentality of, I just want to drop him, or what do you say, slam him to the floor or something like that. I can't remember verbatim, but I was like...
Yeah. I think Joshua gets very philosophical about stuff, about boxing and the boxing science and stuff, and he knows how to put his words together, and it sounds really good. And I don't know, mate. But he was following what his team told him. Joshua is very competitive, and he puts everything in the ring, and him and his team. There's a lot of science that goes into it, but where he's kind of stayed at the same place with the same trainers, he perhaps missed out the opportunity to like learn different things along the way. So maybe he could have, But I'm looking forward to the sort of rematch, because I think again with Wilder he'll bring some different stuff, but will that different stuff be enough?
I was going to say, because going back to now the rematch, based off of what you heard him say in the interview, do you see it being any different, or do you see Usyk's winning clearly?
It's going to be a lot harder the second time, because Joshua's not going to just try and outbox him. He's going to come in probably heavier with some heavier artillery. But then again, like it's quite hard to hit Usyk, and Usyk has had like so many bouts, and his experience and like skill level is like phenomenal. So he's going to be able to, because he's been in there before, he's going to be able to know what the shots are coming, and especially because he's a southpaw and he's used to dealing with orthodox fighters.
Right.
And he studied, you could tell by the first fight that he studied Joshua inside and out, because he went straight to work. He didn't need the time to like adjust and warm into the fight. Like the first bell, he was at him, and like knew exactly what punches to throw, and he just went into one.
I love the heavyweight division, because you just never know what's going to happen, right? Just when you think, you never know what you're going to get. Like, just when you think who's going to end up winning, the whole landscape completely shifts, and that's what's so exciting about it. And you're obviously heavily in the mix of that. We have either the possibility of you and Tyson Fury next, or you and Luis Ortiz next. Obviously here in the Salas Boxing Gym. Let's talk a bit about, you and your goals, and when you anticipate being back next. Yeah.
So, I mean, Ortiz is a name part of a list, but we'll see who makes sense, because, of course, I've got the WBO mandatory position. So, I need to have a decent fight, stay busy, get ready for these bigger fights. So it needs to be the correct opponent, and so I'm over here reconnecting with Ismael Salas, the grandmaster of boxing, and he's obviously a great coach, like the best coach for me, and it's good to get back in get back into Vegas and start with more of the fundamentals of boxing, the biomechanics, and these, this week I've been getting back to the basics. But I already hit the ground running because of the work that I've been doing good work back home with my UK team with Greg Stallard and Stephen Broughton. They've they was getting me ready and keeping my technique and working on stuff. So when I got here, I think Salas was quite surprised that I hadn't lost too much, and he's progressing me quite quicker than I guess maybe he thought.
Mm-hmm. Plus, there's good sparring out here for you.
Yeah, exactly, and some great fights. It's got the Canelo fight next. Was it next week or something?
Yeah, next week. How do you see that one going, by the way?
Canelo by death. Finish him. No, I'd imagine Canelo to do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Would you put your money on it if you had to put a round or any prediction?
Depends what odds are. Maybe if it's odds me versus the bar, then maybe I can see what the bets are saying.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and then after that we got Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford. That's another one that you could look forward to as well out here in Vegas.
Yeah, that's this is the benefits of being in Vegas. It's get to, or potentially you can go to these amazing shows that are out here.
Do you plan to fight next here in the States or back in the UK?
Probably the UK because I am from the UK and I've boxed a lot out here in the States. So, but I think there's a potential of me fighting here. There's always I'm quite flexible but we'll have to go and I just do my stuff here in the gym and stuff, and I let my management team and my promotional team sort out the other side of it.
Speaking of your team, a little bit of change there with Sam Jones sort of exiting left. Good opportunity for him.
Yeah, great opportunity. It's one not to be missed. So you can what's it called? Offer that they can't confuse.
Probellum?
Yeah, I know what the thing's called, but an offer you can't refuse. I don't know. It's an offer you can't refuse. It's very lucrative, and obviously Sam is, he's a bit of a mouthpiece, and he's really good at. He's a fan as well, so he's very. That's his passion, boxing, and I think it's great that he's got this opportunity to then. And these are his skill sets. It's part of his skill set, so. I think it's a great opportunity for him, and I support his decision. But obviously, he's still, still my friend, and he's still a part of SJAM. Probably not so much, not anymore, not really.
Not formally.
Yeah. But Adam, I've got Adam's there, and Shane. So the team's still strong, and there's still a good strong team, and. So I wish him well in his next stage of his career, and I support him, and he still supports me. So it can only be a good thing.
Right, exactly. You never know down the road how everyone sort of works together in some degree at some point.
Definitely, it's all swings and roundabouts, and I've moved about a bit, and I've come back to where I started. So I don't know. Yeah, there's plenty of you don't know what's going to happen in the future, but it's important to take them opportunities.
Right. And lastly, let's sort of reflect back on your last fight with Carlos Takam. What would you say was the biggest thing you took from that?
It was a good fight and a great name and he's a great guy actually. Takam. I spoke to him afterwards. My mum did as well. So it's all pretty friendly and
very respectable.
Very respectful, yeah. And I enjoyed the fight, and I saw my opportunity when I landed that left hook that I'd just throw punches till they stopped the fight, and that seemed to work.
Yeah. Well, look. You didn't answer the question. When do you think you're going to be out next? Do you have an idea as to when we can expect you back in the ring? Yeah, so I was thinking it would have been December, but it's looking more like January, February kind of time. Yeah. So, but I've started early. I've started my training camp early and get back. Sharpen my pencil and hone all my skills, so I'm ready. Yeah, keep busy. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And hopefully we got some sort of developing news in the coming weeks.
Coming future, yes. You stay posted.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, look, I was pretty excited when I saw your name thrown in the mix. So I was like, okay, that's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I love that. I've just come up and
Yeah.
I'm there now. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Congratulations.
yeah. So I'm pleased.
All right, Joe, I'll let you go and work out and do your thing. So thank you so much for your time. Any final words?
Nah, just on to the next one.
Okay. All right, thank you. Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button below so that you can receive an alert every time we upload a new video.